Underground is this way, bud. Yeah, this way then. Let's go that way, lady.
Westminster. Bam, Big Bang. Bam, the London Eye. Bam, we in London.
When they rebuilt Waterloo Bridge, they covered it with Portland stone. Naturally, as women, they picked the most expensive material available. Everyone loves that joke.
Those women finished Waterloo Bridge on time and under budget. Sisters, take a bow.
I guess most notoriously a prison for traitors in particular, not common criminals. So we'll hear a bit about the gory executions taking place within the walls of the tower, and most of the murders, most of the executions happening up on Tower Hill there. It was a mint. So where they were minting all the coins for many years. That's not very exciting. But Sir Isaac Newton, we'll hear about him tomorrow in Westminster Abbey. He's buried in Westminster Abbey, the guy that invented gravity, but didn't do that, did he? But he discovered it when he was in his head. So he actually worked here in the tower, responsible for minting the coinage of England, and took great pleasure in seeing counterfeiters executed, because they were guilty of treason. So up on Tower Hill.
We're at the Tower of London. Getting a little tour from our wonderful tour guide, Justin.
Now the guy at the front with his big hat on, he's the officer. But just like the ancient Egyptian pharaohs had the biggest false beards, it's the same with the officers. So they've got a bigger bear skin. These are real Canadian brown bears. We've had kings bumping each other off over the years, kings bumping off their cousins and brothers. In 2011, or was it 12, there was this archaeological dig going on in Leicester, and they basically found the remains of Richard III, because he died at the Battle of Bosworth, which was this battle in the 1480s. It was a battle between him and basically a usurper to the throne, a guy called Henry Tudor. And Henry Tudor won the battle and killed, well, his forces killed Richard III. And you got a lot of people called the Richard III Society, and they say that Richard III has been much maligned by history, by Shakespeare in particular, that he wasn't that bad, that he didn't have a hunchback, that he didn't kill his wife, Anne Neville, that he didn't kill the princess in the tower here. Well, certainly there is no evidence he did kill his wife, Anne Neville, whose tomb we'll also see tomorrow. But, yeah, they say, oh yeah, he was never a hunchback, he just had an overdeveloped right shoulder. Because all warriors in those days were trained to wield their weapon in their right hand. If you didn't have everyone right-handed, it'd be carnage. Sort of left and right-handed, you know. So, as a result, apparently, you know, they said everyone had a sort of overdeveloped right shoulder. And that's apparently what he had. Then they find his body underneath Leicester Social Services in a car park there, and they see this guy's thighs, and it's like this. He's like proper hunchback, which makes what he did, the last English king to die in battle on English soil, all the more impressive. So yeah, obviously not a very nice guy, if he was the guy that murdered his nephews here. But when it comes to being a warrior, quite impressive indeed, considering he was properly disabled. And once hunched like that, he would have been about 5'1". So fight to the death was obviously something that was quite brave, quite impressive. So yeah, the crown jewels here. So it's a very, very impressive collection of jewels, including the largest cut diamond in the world. It's in the sector. It's the first thing you see along this kind of sort of conveyor belt. And go on the first conveyor belt, not the second, because then you pass the front of all these jewels. So it's a 530 carat diamond. The next thing you'll see is the St. Edward's crown. That's the crown she was crowned in. There's one called the Koh-i-Noor diamond that's in the Queen Mother's crown. That's cursed apparently. A man can't wear it. Bad things happen to men that wear it. It's just for women. Right at the end, in its own cabinet, is the main crown. It's called the Imperial State Crown. It's got nearly 3,000 diamonds, 300 pearls. It's got loads of emeralds, sapphires and rubies. And it's got the second largest cut diamond in the world, 380 carats.
I've been given free rein, so we're going into the White Tower to look at some armor. We just went through the crown jewels, but there's no photo or video in there, unfortunately. But here we go. I think it's actually Gallifreyan. The doctor's trying to tell us something. I was saying to some of my fellow tour mates earlier that it was really fun to come here with someone who knew what they were talking about, because it gave everything so much more meaning. Like, I can come and I can look at these towers and cool old stuff, but to actually come in here right through behind it was really cool. The Trader's Gate from the outside. Porthouse from there. Just walking back to our meeting spot, and I think we're headed back to our hotel, getting checked in because we didn't actually get to check in earlier. So checking in, and then I think a lot of us are going to take showers and just wind down and try to stay awake until like 9 or 10 so we can actually sleep tonight. We finally checked into our hotel room, and now we're going to grab a bite to eat at the hotel restaurant.